Hi, so welcome. I am currently going to do this video in a place that I love. It is not far from my house. Like, you can walk to this trail and walk back home. It'll take you, like, it could be a good hour walk, the full circuit. At this turn. The nice thing it is in the middle of the city. There's homes all around us, cars. But it's a very beautiful, beautiful walk. And here it is. Nope, just want you to chance to take a look where we're going. It's the Highland Canal Trail. But let me just go and be with you, be with God, and be with nature. It is raining just a little bit, but I don't mind. It just keeps things cool. So, like my last video, we talked about my conversion to Judaism. And the last that you heard, I had a meeting Wednesday with my rabbi to talk about my conversion and what she suspected or what she expects from, I guess, her convertees, and maybe to see if I was really genuine in my conversion. I like to say that I do. I do have a sponsor now. My rabbi with B'nai Havurah wants to help me on my journey, whatever that means, wherever I end up. I at least have a partner in my little journey. One of the cool things about my conversion that she expects for me to do is I get to direct everything. How far I go, how quickly I go, it's all based off of me. If you know me, how stubborn and smart and driven and ambitious as I am as a woman, I wouldn't have it anyway. I don't do well when people just give me a lot of rules and guidelines. Oh, here. This seems like a good place. We're not too far. I don't have to keep walking to talk to you. And there's horses somewhere that might just join in. They have opinions as well. So yeah, I officially have a sponsor for my conversion. And I'm going to visit the Orthodox, and I'll visit Reform, Conservative, all different branches, because maybe Reconstructionist Judaism or Reconstruction Judaism is not exactly 100% a right fit for me, but it's a great fit for me to conversion. And there's a lot about with my relationship with God and her congregation. There's a reputation that the Reconstructionists don't believe. That's what she told me, that they don't believe in God. I do. I strongly believe. And that might be why, but she doesn't want to turn me and Liam away. Okay. I can understand that. That's why you can see. For me, it's not raining on me, but it's raining around me. Could that be a proof that God exists, or is that a proof that He's with me now? I did say, come with me. Join me in my conversation with you. She asked a lot of questions that were weird. I guess I received again, like, the same question. Why? I'm at a point now I will expect why to be asked through my entire journey of conversion, and plus after that. It can take me a year, it can take me 2 years, and I better get used to asked why. I spent a lot of time on myself to think about why I want to. Now, I can give a whole story. I can walk anybody in what I've experienced. They too can see why. But the short answer that I'm going to give for everyone is, I want to. I want to be here. I want to do this. I want to. I went into this meeting thinking that even if the rabbi would not sponsor me, and that would definitely be her choice, she's not obligated to. She doesn't have to. I wouldn't even feel bad. I say, okay, you're not my sponsor, then maybe you're my friend, because I really do like her. Someone else would sponsor me. I would find my way. Or I would still study. I would still go to services. So, yeah. But it worked out really well. And why? Well, I want to. I want to do this. I want to do this because I feel that I've been called to do this, and I have purpose here and a mission to fulfill. There is a relationship that I am developing it, but it is partially developed between me and the Jewish people. They don't know it yet, but I am exactly what they need, and I do know that they are exactly what I need. There's personal elements of my own spiritual journey that is fulfilled. I don't have to be Jewish to be with God. I don't have to be Jewish to get to heaven. I don't have to do any of this. I don't. Not many people do it. I've never been one to follow the norm, so you know what? It fits. It fits. I just want to be here. The another question that she asks is, how do I feel about Christ? That's probably a question I'm going to have to answer a lot. More so because I am taking a stance on one religion versus another, and maybe when I was going to the Krishna temple, nobody thought it was weird. Maybe nobody, or that's such a Eastern religion that as a phase, or they knew it wasn't going to stick. Something of that sort. But how do I feel about Christ might now come up more than I want it to. I am so... Christ is Christ. Christ has really very little influencing of my own beliefs. Christ has no influence on my relationship with God. Christ is neither here nor there or what. My best friend, I have two that are very strong and they do believe in Christ and they are Christian. It's conversations we have. We talk about Christ. We talk about Christianity. We talk about God. We talk about our beliefs. We talk about our practices. We talk about our differences. I am not against Christ. I'm not against Christianity. And it is what it is, I guess. From my own experiences is that I just didn't like it. I didn't like it. It wasn't, that's not how I want to worship God. That's not how I feel I want to pray. Or that's not what I don't know. I just didn't feel like I fit. It doesn't fit me. And to this day, I spend my 20s developing God, developing relationship. I'm not going to study the Torah and compare what I learned to Christian. It's not even that. It's more like I study the Torah and I anchor it to what I know already. All of my spiritual walk on this journey that I've done so far, but the truth is truth. And we all find truth. From the books I've read, the walks I've walked, the religions I've studied, I can tell you seems to be at the core of everything and everybody, there's a moment. It's like when you are praying, lighting a menorah, or you are at church holding hands with your brothers and sisters in Christ, or it's when you're doing kirtan in a Krishna temple and you're singing and you're dancing, or you're quiet and you're still in a Zen temple and doing your meditation. There's a moment when you silence your heart and your thoughts and you are outside of yourself. That is, you're not focusing on your disappointment. You're not focusing on your regret. You're not focusing on the hurt that's in here. You're in that moment of silence. All of a sudden, you get an epiphany. It's like the connection that hits you. It hits you super hard. Whatever it is, you just suddenly don't feel so alone. You don't feel so... I keep looking over here. I wonder if there's more people coming here. I mean that spiritually too. In that moment that you get your epiphany, it's like you realize maybe you do believe in God, or maybe you do believe in Christ, or whatever it is, but and there's a moment that you get tingly and it's electric, and it starts from my head, it goes all the way down, and you get goosebumps, and you have this knowledge and this understanding, and everything feels so right. Your heart swells, you just feel so right. You feel so in the moment, good, like, I'm aligned, I finally found it. Like, there's, that moment happens. It happens for everybody that wants it. And it happens no matter what faith or what pattern or what path you choose. It happens. So it's not about Christ. It's not about Krishna, not about Vishnu, it's not about Buddha. It's not even about a religion. It's about the fact that I'm aligned. I'm aligned with my path, my journey, my destination is ahead of me, and I'm going right to it. And it involves Judaism. I have a mission, I have a purpose. Judaism's got a purpose for me as I am going to serve purpose for them. We've yet to discover exactly how we will be utilized, but it's a relationship, and you know, it just gets better as we go. I'm good. I think directly after I had the conversation with the rabbi and we talked about why I want to convert. We talked about Christ, talked about how she expects me to go to other services, to branch out, to participate in kosher and Shabbos on actual days that Shabbos happens. I know it. All of this is really fine, real fine with me. But I woke up the next morning and I suddenly just went, what am I doing? I don't expect that I'm going to wake up every day thinking that, gosh, I made a good decision. This is great. This is really wonderful. I'm going to question every move. I was driving, because that's what I have to do. I have to drive for Lyft. And I was driving, and I was quiet in between rides, and I talked to God, and I said, you know what, like, it's been 2 days, it's been 3 days, what is this? I felt so sure, I felt so good. What is this? Why, all of a sudden, I'm like advocating for my journey, and then I doubt every bit of it, and it just went into, I have to talk to people who, right now in my life, I feel very alone. I may have touched that in my previous, there's so much, that loneliness, being alone is, I guess, meant to happen because I'm changing me. I'm changing my circumstances. I'm changing the way I treat people. I'm changing the way that I interact with the world around me. I'm changing what I do, and I'm looking for it. So it's like you have to be alone to catalyze all the necessary growth that is required of me. But it's part of this is because I am alone. I shouldn't be so worried about telling, like, my family that isn't necessarily 100% in my life that I want to convert, or I'm going to convert. Not want to as much as I'm going to convert. I, talked to my boyfriend. He has both Catholicism and Buddhism and Judaism in his background, and he's raising his son Jewish. He doesn't believe in God. Well, I do. I've always believed. I have to talk to him too. And when it comes to my parents, I noticed that, I don't know, 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 I don't My mom is easier to talk to, but if she doesn't understand, she doesn't ask questions. She doesn't necessarily agree with her. She's polite. She's polite. See, by the way, that's the gate I keep looking at. Something keeps drawing my attention. I don't know. I don't know what it is, but I do believe in angels, and I do believe in spirits, and I do believe that I am a light worker of some level, and I do intend to draw things to me, and I'm okay with it. See, talk like that. Talk like that. My mom would not comment. Father would think that it's not conservative, it's not Baptist, it's not Christian, it's not traditional, it's not something that he's used to. So I'm wrong, crazy, or just out of my mind. My boyfriend will then argue probably that, the whole God thing, but then he's the least amount of my worries. He probably wouldn't give me much attention though. He'd just say, okay, let's do it. I all of a sudden became nervous to talk to people, tell people. So, when we sat and we asked God, I'm afraid I'm making a mistake. You look back, I haven't made one yet. None of this has been a mistake. And then I say, well, I'm afraid that I won't go through with it or fail. And then I go, and that hasn't happened yet. The future hasn't happened. Why should I fear the future? Working on that, by the way. Think, what if I'm a fool? But I do research. How can I be foolish? I ask questions. So how can I be foolish? I can't be. I can't. Okay. I'm going to doubt because I'm a doubter. I work on myself. It's something to work on. I'm going to overthink every little detail. I'm going to overthink every little experience because that's what I do too. I'm not going to talk about it with my family. I'm not going to talk about it with people I don't want to talk about. Not until I'm ready. Not until I'm ready that I can face rejection, disappointment, disapproval, questions, until I feel that I have all that I need in me to sound like I know what I'm talking about, like I am confident in my decision, and no matter what happens, no matter even if I told them now and I get rejected, or approval, or they're accepting, I'm continuing on. I'm continuing on my journey. Everything is going to change. Everything has to change. I can't be who I am today to go where I need to go. Everything's already changed. One thing that is so prominent right now in my life is that I don't have control. I have control over things as you expect I would have control. I can control how I react, or if I'm proactive or reactive, I can control the fact that I can look ahead and say, you know what, this is what I want. This is where I want to go. How I get there has been, I have no say. That's probably intentional. I have to learn to listen to God, listen to my intuition, listen to angels, listen to my guides, listen to anything, everybody. Everyone's got advice. Everybody has wisdom. Listen. And then follow my heart. I can follow it, even if it leads me into, like now, on a journey where I feel I'm alone. Okay? I'm listening. I'm doing this. I'm part of this, and so are you. I have to journal my journey. I have to journal what it's like to convert to Judaism. It's required for part of my conversion, and my rabbi said, yes, vlogging does count. So she's watching these too. Eventually, I hope that I get some engagement, I get some conversations going on. I do. I welcome you. Comment. I also welcome you to discuss. I am a student and I am learning. maybe you will learn something with me, right? Thanks for listening. Thanks for catching up with me as we went and enjoyed such a lovely little area in the middle of the city. Seriously, this is gorgeous. This is one of my most favorite walks. This is just one little section of it too. The Highline Canal Trail. If you're Colorado, you probably heard of it, especially if you live in the Denver area. But this one happens to be near my house. And walk it. Get out there. Thanks. I hope you guys enjoy a lovely week, and I will see you soon. Bye.